What's up, y'all? I just came in from the doctor's. You know what's crazy? I'm sorry if it's a little dark in here, but I only got one light on and I got blinds, and anyway, I don't like it to be really bright in my room, because when it's really bright, it's like it hurts my eyes, because you know I have stigmatism in both my eyes, so the bright sun hurts my eyes, so I keep it kind of dim in here. Anyway, but what I got upset about today is I went to the doctor, the ear, nose, and throat doctor, because in the past I had 2 sinuplasty surgeries on my nose, and I still cannot breathe through my nose. I have to take Afrin. Matter of fact, I was telling one of the people that I'm subscribed to, his name is Raymond Tacular Forever. I noticed that he has sinus problems, and I was telling him about the Afrin, and that's it. And I was telling him to get this because it's the only thing, excuse me, it's the only thing, this here is empty. It's the only thing that works for me. It's the only thing that clears my nasal passage so I can breathe. Now, the doctor told me he don't want me using it too much because he don't want me to get addicted to it. So he gave me some Flonase, but the Flonase don't work. They don't work on me. Like, seriously, it don't do nothing for me. And I used it for a month, and it wasn't doing nothing. I had to go back to the Afrin. Afrin is the only thing that clears my nose up enough for me to be able to sleep at night and stuff like that. It works for 12 hours. But once that 12 hours is up, it literally, my nose just shuts down just like that, like instant. So I've had 2 operations on my nose already to clear my sinuses and stuff. So I made an appointment for my doctor because he closed his private practice, and now he's working in a clinic, but it's through the hospital. So I made an appointment, and I went to see him today. So I get there and he's not there. So I'm like, where's the doctor? Oh, he don't come in. He only comes in on Wednesdays and Fridays because he has a private practice in Long Island. So I said, so why did y'all make an appointment for me today if y'all knew that he don't work here? He only works here on Wednesdays and Fridays. They said, oh, no, I don't know who made that appointment for you because it wasn't me. And we the only 2 receptionists in here. So I don't know who could have made that appointment for you. They know exactly who made that appointment, because if they're the only 2 receptionists in the office, then it was either one or the other. Because they said they're there from Monday to Friday. And they're the only ones that make appointments. Okay, so you made me an appointment. One of y'all made me an appointment. I think I know who it is because I recognize the voice online, on the phone. Both of them are sitting there. You must have called somewhere else, and whatever. I'm not going to stand there and continue to argue with them. So she calls me in the room. The doctor's going to see you. So I go in there. So there's this Chinese doctor coming there. And he said, you're a new patient? I said, no. I said, I was here to see Dr. Hugh. I said, Dr. Hugh has been my ear, nose, and throat doctor for over 7 years. I said, I made an appointment to see him. I used to go to his old place where he had his private practice, but he just recently closed that down. He was like, yeah. I said, they made me an appointment. And he said, yeah, they made you an appointment with me thinking that I was Dr. Hugh. I said, how? Now, the reason why I said how, y'all, is because, one, they're both Chinese, right? Or Korean or whatever, right? But my doctor, Dr. Hugh, is in his 40s, right? He has no gray hair at all. He has a full head of black hair, no gray hair, right? And he's tall and slender. He's got to be at least 6'5", right? And he's slender. Now, this doctor here is about my height, or maybe even a little shorter. He looks like he's about 60, 70 something years old. And a lot of his hair is gone, right? So I'm like, how could they have gotten y'all mixed up? He started laughing. He said, I don't know, but I'm assuming that they got us mixed up. I said, your last names aren't even the same. Y'all don't have the same last name. It's not even his last name starts with an H and yours don't. So I don't understand the height difference, the age difference, the build. He's tall, he's shorter. This doctor's slim. He's a little thicker in the body. He's not fat, but he's a little thicker. And then the age gap is ridiculous. The fact that their hair, my doctor has a head full of black hair, and this man hardly has no hair. How did they mix that up? So when he said that they probably just got us mixed up, I was crying because I'm like, there's no way. So I'm upset because now he looked at my nose and stuff like that. He said, yeah, it's swollen up there. It's inflamed. You can see, you can tell, blah, blah, blah. But he can't really prescribe me anything because he's not my doctor. So he gave me, he prescribed some, not Flonase, some other kind of solution. But he said that's the most he could do because being that, he's not my primary doctor, he can't prescribe me anything. It would go against the rules. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not my doctor. He doesn't know my medical history or anything like that. So only my primary doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor, can prescribe me something stronger or whatever. So he said I would have to come back and see my doctor. So I wasted a trip going over there because, you know, and my son, he was in the bed sleep because today's his day off, right? He was in the bed sleep. I had to wake him up out of the bed so he could take me there. And it's like maybe about a half an hour drive to where I got to go to the doctor. So now I wake my son up. We have to drive a half an hour there. My son has to stay outside and wait for me, you know, for me to see this doctor, all just to be told that you can't prescribe me anything and send me on my way. Now, they gave me an appointment to see my doctor, but then when I'm leaving out, they tell me that my primary doctor is only there on Fridays. When I first got there, they said he's there on Wednesdays and Fridays. Now, as I'm leaving out, they said I can give you an appointment for Fridays because that's the only days that he's there. I said, so wait a minute. From Monday to Friday, Friday is the only day that he is in this office. She said, yeah. I said, well, why the other girl told me he's there on Wednesdays and Fridays? She said, oh, well, I don't know why she told you that because he's only here on Fridays because he has a private practice in Long Island and he's there majority of the week. He only comes here one day out of the week and that's on Fridays. So do you want a Friday appointment? I said, yeah, because that's the only day he's going to be here is on a Friday. So she said, okay, his next available appointment is next month at the end of the month on a Friday. I said, but yet they telling me they don't want me using the Afrin. So I have to wait till next month, the end of next month, to see him to get some type of relief or for him to tell me something. Do I need to have another surgery? Or what you going to give me to accommodate me with this issue? Because I cannot keep waking up in the middle of the night not being able to breathe through my nose. It's crazy. I mean, that was the whole reason for the 2 surgeries. The first surgery was botched by a ear, nose, and throat doctor. That's why I stopped going to him. This doctor is supposed to be like twice as good. You know what I'm saying? He's better than the first doctor I went to, and he's a surgeon, this, that, and the third. So he did my surgery, my sinuplasty surgery the second time. And he asked me, when he did my surgery the second time, he said to me, who did your sinuplasty the first time? When I told him, he was like, wow. I said, why? He said, because you look like your nose, up in your nose, look like you've been boxing all your life. He said, you have the nose of a person that's been boxing all their life. The broken, where the nose was broken up, the tissue, everything, the scar tissue up in my nose, all of that was so messed up that he said I have the nose of a person that has been boxing all their life. And I was like, what? But see, when I had the first surgery, I was awake, and he numbed my nose, and then he took pliers or whatever, and he went up in there, and you could hear the bone. It was so loud in the room. It was like that he had on speakers or something, but you could hear the bone in my nose breaking, crackling. And I'm so glad that I didn't feel anything. When I say I didn't feel nothing, whatever he gave me to numb my nose was some beautiful stuff, because I did not feel anything, nothing. But I'm here, and he's like this, because the bone was so strong. And he told me, he said, the bone in your nose is so strong that it was taking so much pressure for me to try to break it apart. My nose bled for 2 days after that. It was running out like water. But when I had my second surgery, my doctor said that the first doctor, when he did my surgery, he really destroyed the bone up in my nose. It was really bad. So they had to go in there and try to fix what he messed up. And but I guess the first doctor that did my sinuplasty, I guess because of the damage that he did to my nose, that when I had it done the second time, he was only able to do but so much. You know what I'm saying? Because the scar tissue and the bone was so badly damaged from the first surgery. So I guess that's why I'm still not breathing good or whatever. So I think before too long, I'm gonna wind up having to have another surgery, because it's gonna get to the point where the doctor's gonna be like, all right, so I done gave you Flonase, I done gave you this, I done gave you that, nothing's working. The only thing left, because surgery is usually a last resort for these doctors. They don't like to just rush and do, well, most experienced doctors that have been doing surgeries for years and years and years, most doctors don't like to have to, rush into surgery. They like to find another solution before they get to surgery. These new doctors that come in, they be ready to do surgery. They be ready to start operating. But an experienced doctor, they don't like to rush into surgery. They like that to be their last alternative. So he's been giving me this and that and this and that and the third. So far, nothing's worked. So when I go back next month, he's probably going to tell me that I'm going to have another surgery on my nose or whatever. I don't know. But I'm just peed off, because I just feel like I just wasted my time rushing over to this doctor. Now I get there, now everybody playing stupid. Nobody know who made the appointment. But mind you, it's only 2 of y'all there. And y'all both said that it's only y'all 2 there from Monday to Friday. So it had to be one or the other, because the appointment clearly was made. It was clearly made. So y'all need to look at yourselves and say, wait a minute, was it you or was it you? Because it's only the 2 of y'all. So what are you talking about? Like, how stupid are y'all? Nobody want to take the blame, and that's what the problem is. Neither one of them want to take the blame. But it's only you 2. There's not a third person. There's not a third receptionist. So it's either you or it's either you. One of y'all made the appointment for me. One of y'all messed up. And I wasted my time and my son's time rushing over there. And then they had the nerve to call me to ask me, was I still going to get there? Was I still coming? They do that when they ready to leave. When they ready to leave, they want you to hurry up. So then they call you and be like, are you still coming? We just want to know, are you still coming? Yeah, I'm still coming. I'm only a couple of minutes away. And I'm just pissed, because I just feel like y'all wasted my time. Now I got to wait a whole month before I see him again. And y'all couldn't even, that's gas wasted, time wasted. My son's sleep was wasted. and all that. But anyway, y'all, that's what's going on. And I just got 2 packages from Amazon. So I'm about to look and see what this is. What is this? Oh, okay. I bought these here, some like silicone holders for the baby bottle, so my grandson can hold his bottle when he's drinking it. The bottle just sits down in here, and it's a good grip. So, you know, because when even though he's only 5 months, when I'm feeding him or when my daughter's feeding him, he's always holding on to the bottle like this. So I told her, I said, well, if he's really getting anxious to hold on to the bottle, I said he's going to need something to help him, you know, because he's not strong enough to hold it completely. You know, he don't have that strength yet. But you can see that he wants to hold his own bottle. So I got him these. I thought we could try these out. And if they work out good, I'll get him some more and some more colors. You know, but I think these are cute. You know. Anyway, I don't know. That's that. And let's see. What is this? Oh, okay. So I got some Snuggles fabric softener and some Palmolive dishwashing liquid. I always get 4 at a time because I hate running out of dishwashing liquid. I hate running out of. I'm on a subscription to on Amazon to where every month or every 2 months, depending on how often these things are being used, that it automatically delivers every month or every 2 months, depending on when I pick. You know, because they have it down there. Do you want it coming every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 6 weeks, every 2 months or whatever? And I always put them every month, depending. Like I get cases of apple juice, and we love apple juices, and I usually get 4 cases of apple juice. So we usually use a case of juice a month. So my subscription for apple juice is once every 4 months. Dishwashing liquid is once every month. And I usually get the big ones. What size is this? It's 32.5 full ounce. And it comes 4 in a case. Yeah, I hate running. I hate when we are, when it's time to do the dishes. And the kids is like, Mom, ain't no dishwashing liquid. And I'm like, ain't no way. Because I know. I keeps dishwashing liquid. I keep well, there's a few things I have to have in my house. I have to have bleach at all times. I have to, because I put bleach in my dishes. When I'm doing the dishes, I always put like a little cup full. Not a cup. A cap full of bleach in the water to disinfect them. So I have to have bleach, and I put some in my bath water too when I take a bath, but not much. It's like a spoonful or whatever of bleach in the water. I've been doing that since, honestly, it started with my mother, because my mother used to do that and put like a cap full of bleach in our water when we was young, like around 12 years old and stuff like that. Because we would be outside and we would get really dirty and stuff like that, playing in mud. You know, we made mud pies when we was little and stuff. And she would put a little bit of bleach in our water, in our bath water, and wash us up. And as we got older, I started doing it, and I did it with my kids when they was little, when they would go outside and play in all the mud and the dirt with the worms and the all that stuff, and the ants. When they came inside, I would put them in the tub, but I would fill the tub up, but I would put like a cap full of bleach, because that's all you need. Cap full of bleach in there and wash them up. And I still do it till today. So I have to have bleach. I have to have dishwashing liquid. I have to have soap powder to do the laundry, because the laundry piles up in my house fast, because my husband, he works MTA, and my son, he works at the airport, and my daughter, she's in school right now for phlebotomy. She's doing a fresher course because she was already a phlebotomist, but after she had the baby, you know, she hasn't been working since after she had the baby, so she's got to take a fresher course, a refresher course, excuse me. So clothes get, and then, you know, she has the baby, and then she has a 10-year-old daughter. So all of us in this house, it's like what, 6 of us in here? Me, my husband, my son, my granddaughter, my grandson. Yeah, it's 6 of us in here. And with everybody in here wearing clothes every single day, stuff get piled up fast. So I have a subscription for the dishwashing liquid, for the bleach, for the soap powder, for the fabric softener. Those are a must in my house. And God knows I don't feel complete if I don't have bleach in my house. I do not. Anyway, today's just been a very upsetting day as far as my doctor's appointments and stuff like that, and it is what it is, though. I don't know. I can only see him on Fridays, and you know what's really messed up about it? Because he's only in that office on Fridays, that means when I go to see him, it's probably going to be packed, because that's the only time he's in the Brooklyn office. So that means anybody that is his patients that live in Brooklyn is only going to see him on those Fridays. So that means that when I go to see him on Fridays, it's going to be completely packed. So meaning I'm going to be in there all day, because he's only here in the Brooklyn office on Fridays. So anybody that he has, any patients that he has that live in Brooklyn, has the same problem that I have, where they're only going to be able to see him on Fridays. So that means every time he's there on a Friday, he is going to be packed. And I'm going to be in there all day. And that's upsetting. Because when he had his private practice before, see, now he's working for the company. So when he had his private practice before, I was in and out. I was in every single time. Over 7 years, every single time I came to see him, it was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I think the longest I've ever been in his office was maybe 20 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. When I get there, I see the nurses. They be like, how you doing? Da, 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 da. You know, very friendly nurses and stuff like that work with him and stuff. Very friendly receptionists. Very friendly. They know me and my husband like the back of their hand now, because we've been going to them so long. And now he has a whole new set of people working for him and stuff like that. So I'm like, and now it's going to be long lines, long waits, and be there all day long talking to a bunch of nurses that got attitudes, and I'm not looking forward to it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go. I just wanted to vent for a minute about my situation. I'm gonna go because I'm sweating. I'm gonna go take me a shower and relax, get me something to drink, and just sit and watch some videos, some YouTube videos. So, y'all, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace, y'all.